Good evening, everybody. The North Father is here. Before I start this video, let me give a special shout out to Chronicle Speaks, who inspired me to make this video right here. Big shout out. James Timothy Norman is in jail awaiting sentencing. He is one of many who allegedly or undoubtedly thought they could get away with the perfect murder. Everybody has a plan until their plan backfires. Whether it takes days, weeks, months, years. In Tim's case, it took years. But the footwork was laid day one. Phone conversations from Travell Hill, from the outside of the jail, talking to his brother inside the jail. Cell phones, witnesses. Tim Norman woke a sleeping beast in this case. Before we talk about that sleeping beast, let me give a special shout out to Andre Montgomery. May you rest in peace, young man. For real. Rest in peace. Much love and respect. Dre Day, all day, every day. The sleeping beast, Tim Norman woke, without a doubt, was the FBI. And their tactics, without a doubt, if you sleep on them, it's hard to match. The FBI is no joke. The FBI is a unit, well equipped. Don't take no for an answer. Have the highest number of women in law enforcement percentage wise, definitely. What takes sometimes days and weeks, the FBI, it takes years. They will sit on it and they will wait and they will plot. And every single day, they going after you. The FBI do not quit. They look to overachieve. And they love to see the victims' families' faces. They love to see their faces after they got the bad guy and he's convicted and he's going to jail. The FBI love to see the appreciation on these families' faces. That shows them they did their job. That is very rewarding to the FBI. It shows satisfaction. It gives them satisfaction knowing they did their job. But what made the FBI job easier was social media. So when people like Chronicle Speaks and the others came in that courtroom, they was able to sit with the media people because social media infiltrated the inside world of what goes out there. The YouTube streets hit the actual streets. And it was a well connection. So whatever difficulties the FBI had, and they had very few, they could go to social media. Social media definitely made their jobs easier. Definitely made their jobs easier. Every content creator who worked the Sweetie Pie's case, big shout out to all of y'all. But the FBI agent knew who Chronicle Speaks was. and he gave her a big time shout out for her work. And when she broke down the forensics, the ballistics, which bullet killed on Andre, where he got shot at, the autopsy results, that paperwork right there is what catapulted Chronicle Speaks in his mind. And he told her that. So you can get the paperwork. Like they said, the paperwork on the criminal case with Tim Norman is on record. It's free to us all. We can sit there and we can read it. That's good. You got the right work. Big time shout out to you as well for all of y'all that got it. But what separated Chronicle Speaks from many others, she broke down the understanding, is what I always say. People, oh, he just talks off the top of his head. You have to have the understanding. And that's what separated Chronicle Speaks from everybody. She understood what she was reading. So instead of quoting it, she broke it down. The forensics officer, the ballistics officer, this officer, that officer. So perhaps Tim thought he committed the perfect murder, but actually he didn't. And over time, he knew the feds was watching him. And one other tactic the feds have. See, a lot of people want to know, how did the federal agents break down the Ku Klux Klan? You want to know how they broke them down? They used divide and conquer techniques against them. They turned them against each other. That's the tactic the FBI has been doing for years. And they did that with Tim, I'm sure, as well. How did Charles find out Tim had a policy on him? Huh? How he found out? The FBI allegedly told him. The FBI told him. The feds. The same way they use divide and conquer against the Ku Klux Klan. Perfect case. Whoever seen the movie Mississippi Burning, where Gene Hackman went with the Ku Klux Klansman's wife. The Ku Klux Klan man came home and beat his wife within inches of death. After she laid in the hospital bed, half dead, she told, right? So he divided the husband and the wife, and he conquered them. The FBI, they use whatever they have to use to get in that. And that's what they did to Tim Norman. No, they didn't sleep with his wife. They used, I'm quite sure somewhere in there, they used the people that loved him. I'm sure they got a few of them to turn against him. Or maybe not. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. The tactics is no joke. This is Denard Father here. I'll be back with more soon. The Sweetie Pie saga continues, and it's gonna continue. It's gonna continue. Peace.